What's going on, guys? My name is Guy Brooks. This is the Undisputed Light. We're going to go over some information here from a couple of websites that I've been tracking for a little while now about the game Anthem. If you missed my first pre-review of Anthem, go into my playlist of Anthem pre-reviews and go check out the first one, my second one. So let's get into it. I'll start here. It says Anthem is an open-world multiplayer science fiction RPG in which characters wear mechanized combat suits to battle monsters. The game was first unveiled at E3 last year and will be launched on PlayStation 4, Windows PC, and Xbox One. PS4 game player here. Although originally tagged for release in 2018, it's expected to be launched sometime in 2019, as the company labors to salvage some of its reputation in Mass Effect. That game failed to meet the expectations of both critics and fans. It was plagued with severe animation bugs at launch, which adds credence to reports that development was rushed. Plans for downloadable content, including new stories, were scrapped. Hudson also wrote that he hopes to use the blog to keep fans updated with stories about development as we head towards the launch of Anthem. He added, "Next time I'll talk more about how our updated studio mission is helping to focus our work on Anthem and games that will follow." So, it just goes to show a lot of these, I feel like, a lot of these companies that are in the gaming industry, you hear this a lot, that they rush products. I feel like it's the people that are working with them or rush them out the door and be like, yo, that paycheck, we want that paycheck, which affects the quality of our video games. And all of us really seek high definition, high quality video games. What we want, what we strive for. So, I'm glad that they delayed the game Anthem, because it gives them an opportunity to make it better for us as players, us, their fan base, whatever have you. So I know a lot of people are like, yes, but look, nonsense. I would rather have a higher quality game and wait a couple more months or an entire year in order for that game to be of much better quality. So I'm pleased with that. Let's go into here's another one on IGN. Some more information here, some more news. Right here, it says sky's the limit. While Anthem's reveals trailer sets stage for a sprawling open world, which Holmes confirmed is not on Earth. Holmes is a guy that works for the company. There will naturally be limitations on exploration, particularly on how high you can fly. There will be some amount of progression, skill expression with flying, which will affect how far you can go and what you can do in the air, said Holmes. BioWare wants players to feel a sense of freedom with their exploration mechanics, but not at the expense of performance. With that in mind, BioWare implementing a flight ceiling, fairly subtle and feels more like a heavy downdraft, according to Holmes. Just how high that ceiling rests is still, wait for it, up in the air. Hilarious pun. And there's also another piece right here on Reddit. Right here, he's talking about, I mentioned it in another thread, but we really want you to feel a sense of freedom with their explorations. See, Vernon Holmes himself, he gets on from BioWare, gets on here and posts articles on Reddit and everything. Try to keep track of a lot of websites to get all this information out. But let me continue. Personally, I'm not really a big exploration guy, but big exploration guy, but I do find myself just noodling around and checking out different areas just because I can. There will be some amount of progression, skill expression with effect, how far you can go, what you can do in the air. Basically, he goes on about that. He says, specific people will have to see about specific height limitations. It's all kind of up in the air right now as it depended on performance. So, referring back to this article here on IGN. So, we got one more thing to go over today, guys. This one's not going to be nearly, I don't plan to make this one nearly as long as my first review or pre-review. Alright, it says, okay, the upcoming demos will mark an important milestone in the lead up of Anthem's release, as some troubling news about the game's development has many people questioning whether the game will live up to its lofty ambitions. In July 2017, BioWare's general manager Aaron Flynn stepped down a couple of months. The project's most renowned writer, Drew Karpshin, also jumped ship. I did cover a little bit about him last video, but there's some good news here. Right down here, it goes on and it says, it's not all bad news for Anthem, however. The news that Karpshin had finished his story work before departing BioWare came as a welcome relief for fans of the upcoming game. Moreover, the last official word from EA CEO Andrew Wilson indicated that the game's development was tracking, even suggesting that the delay was based on portfolio considerations instead of a developmental necessity. Whatever the reality is, worded with the reality for Anthem's much discussed development, it will be interesting to see which of the game's many planned features will be unveiled in the demos. Well, you know, there's already a demo, but I covered about that and it had issues and things like that. So, you know, this kind of answer right here, you know, it says more of the last official word from, talks about what his CEO indicated, that what he was suggesting. I feel like, you know, yeah, I'm sure there was some portfolio considerations, but at the same time, I don't really believe the whole bit of a developmental necessity. Like, there's a lot. Why was it delayed? Come on, man. You know that has to do with developmental necessities. That's why it was delayed for so long. So that's kind of one of those corporate suit answers, if you will. But either way, I'm still excited for this game. Can't wait to do it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Doing a new environment. It's a little more science fantasy. So you know, I think it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be really great. We'll see what happens. Until next time, my name is Guy Brooks. This is the Undisputed. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content.